Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to another exciting episode of Certa Pro Painters presents Montez at Midday. How's everyone doing today on this Throwback Thursday edition of the show? How we doing, good folk? Raising that roof a little bit. Raise that roof. It is beautiful weather outside. So apparently it's a great day to cut the grass at 7 o'clock in the morning in the entire neighborhood and put out loud trucks. I did not get the memo. I did not get the memo. Let's get some high fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. I swear they lucky. I don't have a loud barking dog. Babies that cry all day in a loud car. I would show this neighborhood how to get loud early in the morning, but they seem to have a great job on it. I've never heard so many lawnmowers in my entire life, ever. I think when I first got to the military, I had taken a job, and it was my first factory job. So I was working 10 at night to 6 in the morning. But the place I was living in, a week later, they decided they're going to do a landscaping project as well as a roofing project on the whole apartment complex. And they're starting every morning at 6:30. So after the first week, I go to the person that's in charge. I'm like, so how long is this going to be going on? He said, it's going to be a 3 or 4 month job, and we're done. We work from 6:30 to 3:30, Monday through Friday. I'm working 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Can't go to sleep. So what I did, I went and got another job from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. I did that for a year and a half. A year and a half I did that just so I could go to sleep because they were making that much noise. Either I'm getting older, but I just never realized. I mean, I love the city. The city is like the United Colors of Benetton. You get everything that the city has to offer you, from the rudeness, the kindness, the attractive people, the many things to do, the free activities, the exposure, all of it. You get all of that in the city. In the county, you need a vehicle in the county. You walking, something wrong. You got kicked out of the house, you got in a fight, and the police let you out the car until you walk your ass home. But in the city, everything is right there. But I just never realized how fucking loud South City is in the morning. I mean, it is, good God. I mean, if you do have a kid, that motherfucker's up by 5:30, 5:45, easily. If you have conference calls from your home between 7 a.m. and 11:30, you probably got to go in the bathroom. It's that loud. I just never realized how the decibels were in South City, but to no avail. It is Throwback Thursday. How we doing, kids? I think I need to do the tactics I did when I used to go look for jobs. I'm gonna go look at the parking lot and see what kind of cars that people are driving. Maybe when I move, when I'm 70, I'm gonna look at the neighborhood. Just go over there in the morning and see what's going on Monday through Friday. See what kind of noise going on. See how many kids running around. How many people got old cars that still make a lot of noise at 6 o'clock in the morning getting up to go to work? It is 2024. I thought that was illegal to have a car that damn loud. I mean, what? Am I in the country and didn't know it? But here we are, Throwback Thursday. If you're celebrating a birthday today, Libra Nation, stand up. Where them Libras at? There's a Libra. There's a Libra. There's a Libra. We're the most balanced people out there. I don't believe in that zodiac shit. I never have, never will. I just think you need to be the best person that you can be. But if you are celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary today, hey, you got married during Libra season. There you go. There you go. There you go. And if you are reaching a milestone, or you're about to reach a milestone, or you just surpassed it this week, congratulations. We appreciate your hard work. And most importantly, if you finally got your shit together, according to your standards, you don't need nobody else's approval. You're proud of yourself. You haven't asked for any accolades, no flowers, no nothing. You know you're proud of yourself. I'm proud of you too. There you go. There you go. Good folk, good people. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Thank you for the likes, the shares, your comments, constructive criticism, your love, and your hatred. I love it all. You know why? It keeps the boat going. Keeps the boat going. Get them nautical terms in there. Keep the boat going. There you are. Good people for show. Man, this weather is nice. This is that year-round, you can never be in a bad mood weather. You can never lose an argument in this weather. You can get some great thinking, some great writing done. You can be productive in this type of weather. It's not too cold, not too hot, not too windy, not too sunny. This is it. This is therapeutic right here. The walk I had, I was just letting the hair just get all the vitamin D it can get right now, because this is natural hair weather. In case you didn't know, it is natural hair weather time for sure. It is right there for sure. But man, lots of stuff to get into today. Good time of year if you're a baseball fan, especially not if just your team in the playoffs, but if you like baseball as a sport itself. It's a great fun time for that, as well as getting excited for the upcoming NBA season and NHL season. I'm not a huge talk about hockey guy. There's 3 million other people that can talk about hockey way better than me. I just like opening night of hockey, the opening week of opening week. That's all I like. And then playoff hockey. That's it. That is when hockey to me is just fun. But like that mundane during the season and they're booing and the hats on the court and then weird people are hanging out. No. I just like the beginning of hockey season and then that playoff hockey. It is intense. It's fun. But all of that's about to start, because this is the month where we get all the sports going on at one time. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. All 4 sports are going on this month. So it's a lot going on, which means sports teams, listen up. We want y'all to hear us loud and clear. Here in this town, in this city, it's been a difficult time over the past few years watching the Blues hockey team and the St. Louis Cardinals. Not as their production on the field. I'm talking about viewership at home. There's been issues with the Blues. There's been issues with the Cardinals. And we got a letter informing us that Valley Sports may be thinking about dropping the Cardinals. So how hard would it be if the Cardinals and Blues join together and create their own sports network where we pay, a subscription fee? Let's keep it reasonable. Don't be trying to sell a year subscription for $1,200. Ain't gonna happen, player. No. Let's be reasonable. Let's get reasonable people involved with this. Let's get people involved that understand viewership, that understand how this revenue sharing works, that understands what the people have been going through when it comes to watching the St. Louis Blues hockey team. Whether you had the Dish, whether you got DirecTV, whether you had Hulu, whether you had Disney, whether you had Versus Network. There's been difficult times trying to watch Blues hockey. There's been difficult times trying to watch the St. Louis Cardinals baseball team. So a good suggestion, let's get the powers to be together and let's figure this thing out for next year and go our own way. Let's do our own path. Let's go off on our own. Let's gamble on our fan base and us. We've been here with you the whole time. We're not going nowhere. Stop going to other people to get their approval. We're the ones that care about you right here in this town, in this city. So if they can come up with an appropriate, reasonable financial plan for us to buy into, make it make sense. Because saving dollars, save cents. So if they can get that together, I think there's a way we can move the needle or the pendulum in a direction for the fan base as well as the ownership group and the players that be. Because I know players want to be seen and heard as well. Nobody's going to just go out there and play ball and nobody can see them or watch them or hear them or give their comments. All we just got to do is read the box score. I don't want to go back to 1965 when it comes to sports no more. Let's move forward with the rest of the people. Let's do what? Give the people what they want. The Arch Sports Network. That is right there. Arch Sports Network. You can catch the Blues and the Cardinals. Maybe throw in SLU. Maybe throw in not Fonbaugh. Maybe throw in Lindenwood. Maybe throw in a couple of high school programs. They got that Monet. They got that Monet and it could be a big ordeal. Let's make it Arch Sports Media. There it is right there. Yeah, there's my suggestion. If I took somebody's title, my bad. This is just coming off the fro right now. All natural over there. All just juices and berry. Juices and berry. There you go for sure. And before we get underway, I have another question. We all watch murder TV, whether it be Dateline, Law and Order, Homicide, Life on the Street, NYPD Blue, Chicago Hope, Chicago 911, all these cop, firemen, service worker shows. I noticed something. I just have a question. I'm going to reach out today to my law enforcement friends and my fire friends and find out, is this true? Is this just something that they put in shows? And what I mean by that, the attitude and the relationship between law enforcement, the medical examiner, and the county coroner. In TV shows, it's like a love-hate relationship. Is it really that bad of a relationship? Or is it some BS? Or is it real, like firemen and cops really don't like each other? I really want to know, what is the relationship with the medical examiner and the county coroner and law enforcement and the fire departments when concerning a crime and persons lost their life? Because in TV shows that I've seen, it's never been good. Never been good. They always are pushing each other back and forth. Don't tell me how to do my job, detective. Well, we just want to know how the person died. So there are other 37 other cases I have right now in front of me. Yours does not have priority. I want to know if that's true. But how we doing, good folks? It is Throwback Thursday, and it's your boy, Montez. And let's get on into the show. I got a little long-winded right there, so let me get hydrated. You guys get hydrated as yourself, too. I find I drink more water in the morning, maybe because of the breakfast and the walking every morning. But I drink more water in the morning than at nighttime. But moving right along. Hello, America. Where should we start first? The hunt for October is here. People are ready for October. It's Dogtober, according to my son, the Bulldogs. Homecoming weekend coming up in a couple of weeks. I will be there. Yeah. Bulldog Nation. I watched the dog downstairs barking. I probably barked too loud. But here we go. Major League Baseball playoffs are here. And that postseason commercial, have you heard? Leather's back in style. So you just thought this was a park. How does it feel to steal something in front of 40,000 people and they can't do a thing? Hello, America. It's baseball. It's baseball, Ray. People will come from all over the place, hand you money over. 5s, 10s, 20s, whatever it takes. It's baseball. It's American time, Ray. That damn James Earl Jones. Rest easy, my man. You and John Amos. Detroit and Houston. Every year we get a Disney team. I'm not talking about angels in the outfield, but that team that reminds you, that gives you that sense when you were a child, what it took to get over the hump. When you learn the value of losing, when you tasted winning, and now you try to go back and you get over that hump and you're going further and the team is getting involved, coaches is getting involved, the fan base is getting involved. That's what the Detroit Tigers did. That team was having a fire sale in August. A fire sale. They were getting ready of everybody. They said Flattery Dodgers. Scribble, who pitched the first game, they were about to trade him. They were within a phone call away or a text from trading that young man. They got some youngsters on that team. People that nobody thought about, gave a shot to. When you get a bunch of young people together and nobody believes in them, I'm talking about in the sport, not neighborhoods or in school. I'm talking the more positive, enlightening way. But you get a bunch of young people together and they realize no one respects them. No one is giving them a shot. You know what they're going to do? Let's bond together. Like that scene in Major League, the movie. Let's go out here and win the whole fucking thing. That's the attitude they have. The way they went out there and played against the Houston Astros. And I told you this on Monday. If I'm in the wild card and I'm the manager of a team, I'm letting you all know this now. All of you are playing. like Gary Oldman did in The Professional. What do you mean everyone? Everyone. Everybody stay ready. They had a guy pitching in the game for Houston. He threw 26 pitches. They only swung and missed 3 times in 1 inning. That team was taking chances on base running. They were being aggressive at the plate. They were challenging you on the mound with their pitches. A team like that, what do we have to lose, Coach? What do we have to lose, Coach? Good afternoon, Counselor. How you doing, sir? The Counselor has joined the show in viewership, gentlemen. How we doing? The Counselor is here. But the story of the Detroit Tigers. Not a Detroit Tigers fan. My youngest son, Tim, that's his team. He lives up in Detroit. Shout out to my kid, Tim. But the numbers, where they were at in August and what they did, everything about them didn't seem like they were coming into October. Arizona, it's your own damn fault. Seattle, it's your own damn fault. But this team saw something within themselves and said, Houston, we don't give a damn about your 47 straight wins when leading after the 8th inning. We don't care. You've been to 7 straight ALCS. We don't care. We care about that cheating in the World Series. AJ, we going to let you have this one because you were part of that shit. You were part of that, AJ, but AJ is now the manager of the Detroit Tigers. And that celebration, the look on their faces, the fan base, the fact they brought the fan on the field when they realized they were going to the wild card. Can you imagine being a fan of a team? You're not a celebrity. You're not dating none of the ball girls. You have no affiliation other than being a fan of a team, and they do this to you. Come on the field. Who are you talking to? Me? And they tell you to come on in the field. You get out there and take pictures of everybody. Then they take the team photo. And they're like, where you going? Get in here. What? I'm passing out right there. Can you imagine? I wouldn't take that shirt off. I'm not washing it. I'm putting it in a frame. I don't think that young man I wouldn't have been to sleep yet. No. That's a grown man. That's a grown fan experience what that man went through with the Detroit Tigers. So again, shout out to the Detroit Tigers. Hey, it's going to be a hell of a second round here. There's going to be one hell of a second round for sure. Kansas City Royals and Baltimore Orioles. See, the Orioles, 2 weeks before the end of the season, they were playing a little shady baseball anyway. And I was thinking, along with the MLB Network show that I watch in the morning, they were talking about the same thing. Hey, you're resting people at the wrong time. You want to keep – when you're in the wild card, you just can't – hey, I'm going to sit you guys this game and, we're going to get ready for the wild card. No. You got to keep that hot. And I think looking back, the Orioles are going to learn a very valuable lesson. They sat the wrong people. They shouldn't have sat anybody in those final 2 weeks of the season. Let's keep this shit going. You can't get tired now. No, we got work to do. You can rest up after we win this wild card. Rest up then. You can rest up after we win a division. You can rest up before we start the World Series. You can rest easy when we win the World Series. But no. Why don't sit down? Why don't y'all sit down? We got 2 weeks left. We got this. You're messing with the momentum. And what was Kansas City doing that whole time? Building on momentum. They scored 1 run in 2 games. I had the Orioles in the World Series facing the Cardinals. I wanted to bring that Baltimore, St. Louis story back from baseball history, the days of yesteryear. Share the stories of our city having very, very unique similarities. But no. Ownership here want to go out and get 35-year-old fucking people to pitch. And the Orioles decide, well, we're going to rest some people before the wild card. Orioles, very proud of your season. Very proud of your season, Orioles. Very proud of your season. Hold that head up. Astros, very proud of your season as well. Very proud of your season. Anybody that's still in this thing, or you got knocked out, we only got one game today. One game today. One game today. Mike Schilt. Manager of the year, St. Louis Cardinals. They fire him. He goes to the Padres. Look at who ended up with the Padres. Look what the Padres did for him. Look what they did for each other. When you get a bunch of baseball players that all they know is baseball and they're talented, and you get a coach, all he knows is baseball, and you bring them two together, oh my, cue the music. That's why baseball is so romantic. It's like a rom-com to me. It is the most romantic sport to me. I don't know about you. Baseball is romantic. It has its own theme music. It's called Heartbeat. And seeing the way the Padres, the last 2 weeks of the season, played, the middle part of the season, when they had that little tiff right before the All-Star break, and Manny Machado, boys, we need a meeting. Sometimes you need that. I was mad at Fernando Tatis a couple of years ago when he did that bullshit with the PEDs, but oh well. You are who I thought you were. But now they have come to ball. Now you're talking about the Yankees and the Red Sox. I don't think many people that don't follow baseball the way most baseball people follow baseball understand that the Padres and the Dodgers don't like each other, especially this breed. So look for some high chin music. Look for some high chin music. I think Major League Baseball umpires be on high alert. Be on high alert. You have two coaches with very high baseball IQ. This is going to be a great chess match. I don't see a 8-7 games or 10-5. I won't see a bunch of 5-3, 6-4 games. But I would love to see some double-digit games in this next matchup with the Dodgers and the Padres. But the Major League Baseball playoffs, day baseball, 4 games in one day. I mean, I have not left the house since Monday. It's impossible. It's impossible. You can't watch baseball at a bar. You can't. I want to hear it. I want to hear the shit the announcer's talking about. Give me that baseball knowledge I don't know about. Tell me that right there. But again, shout out to the Detroit Tigers, San Diego Padres. As a Cardinal fan, I mean, that 85 World Series still hurts. It hurts, Father. It hurts. That man was out at first base. He was out. But no, that son of a bitch umpire, safe. Don Dinkinger. You know what? You and Matt Joyce deserve a special place together. I'm going to leave it at that. Moving right along. How we doing, good people? Sometimes we got to get some stuff off our chest. You know that? Get some things off your chest. That's what friends are for. That's what the mirror is for. And that's what your dad and brothers are for, and your sons. You get things off your chest. Don't hold it in. Like we still have people in 2024 blowing their horn. If I'm a car manufacturer, no more horns. No more horns. I don't call them on the phone. They knew you were coming. Why they not outside? Leave them. You're still blowing the horn. They're going to force me to get in politics. They don't want that. They don't want me to get in politics. I will have some crazy ordinance and every violations for everybody. You don't pick up your dog poop, $1,000 fine. If you sagging, $2,000 fine, 15 days in jail. Yeah, I will be that type of guy. But moving right along. We talked about this a few months ago. They dropped the ball again. The people that run these sports leagues, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, golf, NASCAR, WNBA, when it comes to getting your product on television, who's in charge of that? What is that person called that's involved in Major League Baseball, the NFL, WNBA, NBA? What is the title called to ensure these games are going on the proper network? What is that title called? I don't know. Whatever that title was called, whoever does that for the WNBA should be fired. Fired with a capital F-N-D. Make it make sense to me. We told you 3 to 4 years ago the wave of talent that was about to come to the WNBA. Did they listen? Did you see? We saw the draft. They did the draft well. They could have done better. After the draft, they shit the bed. No security for the women. They flying with normal folk. The hotels, the accommodations, the food. It was horrific. Horrific. People in prison, death row, was eating better than them. Drug dealers was traveling better than them that don't even own their own block yet. And by the time they figured it out, hey, we screwed the pooch on this one, it was too late. And now, what the ratings go? Where can you watch WNBA games at? Where? Anybody know? Where? When they come on? What time? Anybody know? When they come on? So now we got ESPN1 and ESPN2. That's what they have for the WNBA right now. We had ABC, we had Ion, had NBC, had Prime, had Peacock. Who is running this show? They're worried about the wrong thing. They're worried about the wrong thing. The players are the product. When are y'all gonna learn that the players are the product? And if we can't see the product, make it make sense to us, please. Remember when Major League Baseball tried that old Facebook shit? Rob Manfred almost lost his life. You just can't be experimenting like that. And I think that's what happened with the WNBA. They have the wrong people in place. The wrong people. They're just giving people jobs just to have a title, but these people don't know how to do a job. How many people you right now work with somebody right now that you say all the time, that some bitch don't know what he's doing. They only got that damn job because of blah, 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 blah. It happens everywhere. There is no accountability. Nobody is held accountable nowhere. But they want us, the fans. You want to know where we at, why we not at the game, why we not watching in, why the numbers are down. Because look what you're doing. It's not making sense nowhere to me. Nowhere. But they keep saying, oh, we got to figure out a way to, we got to figure out a way to fix this. Millionaires and billionaires are the smartest dumb people I know. They have lost touch with reality. They sit in a room with probably 8 walls. That's their world. They don't have no physical touch with money at all. They have people to go out and do things. They have button pushers, go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that. But they're coming back with the wrong data. The wrong data. Come on now. Come on now. Let's fix this. So I'm putting out a memo to the WNBA, St. Louis Cardinals, about this whole how we gonna watch y'all type shit. Why doesn't the WNBA have its own network? If the WNBA had its own network, Dre, don't give me any ideas. Let them people fix. Don't give them no more. Don't help them no more. Because they don't recognize us. I've been a women's basketball fan since the days of La Tech in 1984 with Teresa Edwards. Talk to me. I've been a fan that long. And I've watched failure after failure with these leagues they tried to have for women. Remember the one league they put on BET at 10 o'clock at night? What? And who thought of that? Oh, we're going to bring women basketball to BET at night. We're going to take a short break right here and come right back with more. Certa Pro Painters presents Montez at midday. Have a short break with a word from our sponsor, Mountain Man Scrub. Get your scrub on. It's great for your hands, feet, and face. Don't forget to go to Mountain Man Scrub on Facebook and order yours today. Be right back. Smoke them if you got them. Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on. What up, good folk, good people, and how are we doing? And welcome to another exciting episode of Certa Pro Painters, Oklahoma City. Presents Montez at midday. Certa Pro Painters, let the professionals do the work. Residential and commercial. The number is scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Throwback Thursday. My dude Scott Lotta's in the building. What's up, Zach? Counselors in the building. How you guys doing? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for saying hello. I'm on a little tiff this morning. I'm in an emotional high due to the way these playoffs have been going. I'm liking the first phase of the playoffs. Everybody wants a surprise. They want something new. As I was talking to my childhood friend, Valentino Pooh, former St. Louis Zips, he want to see something different. I want to see these youngsters go at it too. Can you imagine being 20 years old, playing Major League Baseball, and you hit a home run for your team at home? What? Honey Nut Cheerio did it. I'm not a Milwaukee Brewers fan or Kansas City Royals fan. So here's what I do not want to happen. Lord, forgive me. If it's Kansas City and the Brewers, I'm not watching that. No. I refuse to watch that World Series. It'll be like, what's that, the 83 World Series I didn't watch? Is that the 83 World Series I didn't watch? I think it was the 83 World Series I didn't watch. I definitely won't watch that. And I'm a grown person. I was a child then. I had no control over that. I probably was on punishment. I couldn't step and watch TV that late. But either way, here we are. We talked about a few things that you're just tuning in or just joining the show. The wild card playoffs, of course. Viewership, what's going on with the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals and the Blues should create their own networking package for us instead of depending on these other entities or streaming services that seem to have an issue when it comes to the Blues and Cardinals. Let's do our own damn thing. Let's venture out our own. Let's gamble on ourselves. Let's get our own network. You can involve the SLU. You can put Lindenwood in there and maybe a couple of these high schools in there, along with the Blues and Cardinals. Get it together, guys. I'm leaving it up to you. And also the WNBA and the viewership. But as some of the top athletes of the WNBA have said last night on social media, this was one of the most difficult seasons to play because of social media. I have a question. Stay off social media. Have somebody run your social media account. Have somebody run your account. You ain't got to touch it. You don't have to be all vested in. But as Becky put it, it's been a hard year. The girls have had so much to do other than basketball. They got to market the game. They got to promote the game. They're doing all this and that. It's very hard. It's been a very difficult year. Look, Vegas Aces, y'all better button up before you get swept. But New York got them things. And Unesco got her inner Kobe going on. She got that black mama mentality going on. So, booyah. But it's Thursday, and we got Thursday Night Football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Atlanta Falcons. Magic City going to be packed tonight with them lemon pepper wings, extra crispy. Best wings in town is at a strip club. Facts. People, listen, a few years ago, when I used to go to strip clubs like 3 days a week. Don't judge me. Food that good. There was one that had a steak for $7. Look, a $7 steak at a strip club shouldn't taste that good. In Charlotte, at the men's club, they had a professional chef in there. You had to wear a sport coat. In the daytime for the lunch buffet, you can close some of the best deals in America in there. Best deals in America. High-rise stage, big king chair on stage, professional chef, over 50 to 75 items, fresh. Those are the days of a strip club. That's where you can go in there and close a deal in the daytime. Now, you go in a strip club in the daytime, there's no telling what you may see. That's all I'm trying to tell you. But Magic City will be serving up those extra crispy lemon pepper wings tonight for this football game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta and Kirk, you're my favorite third cousin. I don't think they want that every game. I don't think Kirk has that in every game to give you that you like that. You like that. Kyle Pitts is not a bust. I just think when you have an explosive player that can run a route, that can block, that can do everything you ask him to do at his skill position set, but the team is not going in that direction with the offense. That's hard to do when you're trying to put an offense together, but you don't want to include an offensive weapon. I think that is the challenging part with Atlanta's offense to me. They've been listening to the fan base too much. Run the ball, run the ball. You got Kirk Cousins. You have some weapons. On the other side, they gave us this prima donna video, okay, in late July, early August about the Atlanta Falcons and their defense. Great video, by the way. Great video. Damn good video. I almost became a Falcon fan. Not true. But that video, I believed in that defense and that video and everything. It's like this, like that one Godzilla, that Godzilla looked real. Like back in the day, the first one that came out, it looked real. That one. That defense appeared to be real in that promotional video that the Atlanta Falcons put out back in late July, early August. But now you got to hit the play button. It's regular season time. I'm not seeing that same dog in them out of Atlanta. So I'm wondering if they can tweak that defense and figure out a more award-winning package to include Kyle Pitts. I think Atlanta could be in a winnable situation. And then on the other side, you got Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield got tested when his offense went up against Denver's defense. Denver's offense, well, I know what that's about, but that defense and the type of offense that Tampa plays, and everybody knows what Todd Bowles like to do, it's not easy to figure out. It has nothing to do with Baker Mayfield. It's which we know your coaching tendencies. We know what Todd Bowles' offense is going to look like each and every time. It's not going to change, especially against certain teams. But on the other side with Tampa Bay, look at the receivers that they lost. Look who's not even back yet. They're not even 100% healthy yet, and they're still going out there playing a hell of a game. Ever since Baker Mayfield realized that him and Johnny Manziel are two different people, that he needs to understand he wants to stay in this league. And to do that as a quarterback, he must what? Study film, learn that playbook, take your job seriously. If you're a quarterback, I don't care about you having a kid, you going on a trip. None of that matters. None of that. I don't want to see my quarterback on social media. Go in there and work. Don't. Remember that commercial you had with Cleveland? You had the keys to the building? Get the keys to Tampa. Go in there and watch film all the time. That's what I want to see. Stay in the book. Keep learning. Keep learning. And Baker has shown you he has the ability to do that. He has come a long way. Damn that crap him and Tom Brady were talking about last week. When you with a competitive person, they don't talk like normal people. People that want to win, have won, and are competitive, they're not going to sugarcoat anything. They tell you what they see. They tell you facts. They tell you, hey, let's get this done. Them folks that have never won sugarcoat every damn thing. Well, we ain't got to go to practice at 3. Want to go at 3:30? You're not trying to win. You should be there at 2:30. The way Tampa has shown me they're looking, even in that Denver game, I saw a little light of love in that team. I think Tampa can beat Atlanta, but I believe tonight special teams will be a factor. And we talked about this last week. Attention kickers, get in here. Tata Delicious, memo this. We're talking all kickers. Any extra points you missed this weekend, any field goals you miss between 50 and 55 yards, you are not allowed to shower with the team if we lose the game because of your missed extra point or your missed field goal. If you miss anything from 35 yards to 55 yards, you are not what? Showering with the team. You can shower when we all have left the building. Do I make myself clear? There you go. If I was a coach, I would tell my kickers that each and every week. Each and every week. And I'm going to my local college, and I'm talking to some soccer players who are trying to make a financial difference in their life. I would call my 10 of my top football minds that I know here in St. Louis, Illinois, Charlotte, Shreveport, Louisiana, Honolulu, Hawaii, and Jacksonville, Florida. I will call all my top female football minds together. If I ever got the opportunity, like in the movie Major League, Errol, yeah, it's the Cleveland. How would you like to manage the team? I don't know. I already got my coaches and said who going where, who going to do what. Let a reality show start. Who wants to be a football coach? I've always wanted to do this. And I've coached baseball, I've coached softball, men's and women's, boys and girls, but that football, when you're watching it at home and we're yelling at the TV, we're rewinding the play, we're standing up, we're pointing fingers, we're looking back at the people. Why they didn't see that? That's how it would be in game film. Pause. What happened here, Mike? What happened right here? I want to know that they do that. But that's just bullshit on Hard Knocks. I want to be with a team after a win or loss. I don't want no autographs. I don't want none of that. I'm not starstruck anymore. Them days are over with. Far and gone. Gone. I want to go and hang out with a team. I want to see what they do after a win or loss in practice. I want to go in each room and they're watching the film. I want to sit with each group. I want to listen to what the coaches are saying. I want to go to a coaches meeting. I want to go in the green room, in the blue room, doing a draft. I just want to be sitting back, just taking it all in. Like, I'm not high-fiving nobody. I'm just going to sit there. No phone. Just going to sit there. I just want to observe this thing. Because there's no way. You had 9 days to prepare for a team. And all you could put up was 9 points. You have a 240-pound running back on the 1-yard line, and you don't give him the ball? All fines in the NFL. They should put all that money aside. You know, they talk about NFL charities and buying toys for little baby son of a bitches and building shelters and going to low-income schools. Let's put all that money in a pile for these false starts, unnecessary roughness, illegal hits, all those infractions that you're doing are hurting the team. We're going to get a little financial fund together. And we're going to deviate that between the communities. How about that? How about that? Maybe we start hitting them pockets, because the only way to get through people, to me, mess with their money. That's from childhood, hood, gang, grown people, women, mess with their money. Whole demeanor changes. Whole demeanor change when you mess with somebody's money. That let them know you're not playing. Guys, if we have 5 false starts today, everybody's getting fined $500. So think about it. Guys, any unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct, finding y'all $5,000. And money is due after the game. No Venmo, no Cash App. I want all cash action here, baby. Give me my money. My dude Scott Lotta is on here. He's a softball, heck of a dude, softball guy. Talks about it, all about it, traveling man. So is my dude Reagan. And as a former softball player, I saw something on social media. I was a participant myself, but it depends on what you're doing. Over 35 years old, and you're still playing sports. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I played till I was 45 years old. Best decision ever. Nothing hurts. I'm not in any pain. I'm not running no more. For what? I'm 6'2". If I start running, they're going to think something was stolen. I did something to somebody. No. I fit the description. 6'2", black belt, large hair. No. I walk. Take my time. If I'm running, I'm with a group in a gym, but that's not even happening anymore either. But back to the story of 35 and over playing sports, men and women. It's okay to do it. But I think it's the sport you need to be careful that you pick. I don't know if this league is in Florida or Georgia, but there's a 37 and under full contact football league. Listen, oh my God. Oh, when I saw the video, I was like, is this fake? This got to be fake. This is these are grown people playing in an organized football league, 37 and under. They call it 37U football. It's like, before I got done playing basketball, before I got done playing softball, my team, well, the league I played in, they created a basketball league as well, where the softball teams had a basketball league. They like, bro, man, come on out and play. I'm over 40. I haven't played basketball since I was in my 20s. Running up and down the court, hardwood floors, you got to get the right shoes. You got to stretch. You got to go to the sauna. You got to get a massage. No. And them basketball injuries over 40, you're not going to walk the same. But watching this, I'm admired by the fact that people are still out there playing full contact football, 37U. And the fact I know some people my age and older that are still playing softball. You keep at it, boys. You keep at it, boys. But 37U football, you can have all that. You can have all that. If you not get a chance to listen to yesterday's podcast episode of Who's to Blame, episode 553, the audio will be up later this afternoon, but the video is still up on our page on Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez. Also, I shared the link on Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast, and it's up on our page on Facebook, Who's to Blame, as well as Dre Montez. But yesterday on the podcast, we talked about the crossover in sports. And what made me bring that up was on Monday's broadcast, well, yesterday's broadcast, Tim Kirchin was talking about how many baseball players back in the day and some today were impressive football players as well as basketball players. And then he said, I think baseball players are probably the most athletic of all the more of four major sports that can probably play multiple sports. And I said, I agree. I didn't play ice hockey. I played field hockey. I played soccer, played football, played basketball, played baseball, played water polo. But the actual ball version, going from baseball to football to basketball, not many people can do all three. And that's what he was saying. And we also talked about the best day of the week to you that you think it is to debate sports. What is the best day of the week to you to debate sports with Todd or Brenda or your dad or your kids? What is the best day of the week you think it is? I said Wednesdays because you got Thursday football, you have Friday football, Saturday football, Sunday football, Monday football. Tuesday, you're realizing what happened. Wednesday, it's all come together. Now we can compartmentalize everything and sit down and have a sensible conversation sometimes. But I think immediately after the game, as we learned last week, you can't talk to players immediately about an in-game situation because that's just one side they see. When they see the game, then they can give you their true answer. But that immediate response, sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it can be controversial. Sometimes I think these reporters be trying to poke the bear. So we talked about that yesterday on the show. So you can check out that for sure. The crossover in sports and what is the best day to debate sports to you. That is the latest episode that we put out on Who's to Blame, the podcast, episode 553. I will be uploading the audio later on this afternoon. But it's Thursday, people. It's beautiful outside. The lawnmowers are still going, but the horn blowing has stopped. Start saving dollars and spend your cents. What? And the phrase that's been working all week. Every day can have purpose if you allow it. Everyone can have purpose if you allow it. That's deep. I heard another one this morning. Don't be too cool that you freeze yourself. Whoa! Yeah. I'm going to say that one more time. Don't be so cool you freeze yourself. Whoa! Don't that just make you want to get up and fly? Throwback Thursday. When I was a kid, I used to watch Ultraman and Superman and these cartoons like crazy. It was so bad, I had to be banned from television as a kid. I would come straight home, watch TV. I thought I was Superman. So I put my shirt in the back. You know how you do your cape. I leaped off of the couch and tried to fly across this glass table we had. The moral of the story is, kids, we can't fly. The ABC Back to School special message. I went to Children's Hospital. I looked like a bloody massacre, man. I swear, I tested gravity as a young kid. I mean, who didn't? Who didn't try to defy the odds of gravity? We didn't know how that man was flying. We wanted to do it too. Gravity didn't stay with me and shattered that glass table. And oh my goodness, I had an interesting childhood, as we all did. It's always fun. The days of yesterday was fun, but I don't want to bring them back. No. I don't want to watch 3 channels to watch sports. No. Although George Michael's Sports Machine was fun, I like sports anytime I want it. So a few points before I get out of here. We got one wild card playoff today. The Mets and the Brewers. That'll be interesting. Tonight we got football, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Atlanta Falcons. But in the meantime, let's do our part to be better people for ourselves, our family, and our friends. But most importantly, yourself. Take care of yourself. Do self-help on you. I'm not telling you to get all clinical and do all this, but you know when you're doing good and you're not doing bad. You know what it takes for you to have a good day. If you got to lay in that bed for 9 hours straight to have a good day, do it. Eat some food, have some water, get some light on you. Talk it out. Don't hold everything in. There are people out here that can help you, listen to you. That's what friends do. They listen. They don't judge. Friends listen. They do not judge. And that's a pretty damn thing to do when you're able to listen to your friends. And friends appreciate that, because when that time everybody wants to judge everybody. Everybody wants to tell you what to do and how to do it. It's your life. And nobody else can live it. But a lot of things you don't know until you get old enough to realize it. But you don't know that until what, kids? You get old enough to realize what you are capable of doing. That's it, kids. That's how it usually works out right there for everyone, for sure. But good folks, good people, Yeah, man. I talked about Pete Rose and Dikembe Mutombo on Monday's show. My first time even acknowledging Dikembe Mutombo was in at Georgetown with John Thompson U, where he did more, not just on the basketball field, thinking outside of when you're gone, not just playing ball, but when you're out in the real world. You prepared for that. He prepared men to be in the world. But Dikembe Mutombo was one. I got to know him. I can't remember my friend's name that played for the Charlotte Checkers. It was his cousin. And I met Dikembe Mutombo through him when he came to Charlotte, when we had the Charlotte Hornets. And just an overall nice guy, just super nice. Well, everybody says that when they meet certain athletes, but I know some athletes that are what, assholes. And then Pete Rose. Baseball is a sport that I love. But what they did, Pete Rose, 17 All-Star games, 5 different positions. 17 All-Star games, 5 different positions. Charlie Hustle. I think he's one of the reasons, and my father was the first. I never wanted a clean uniform when I came home. I never saw my father come home with a clean uniform. In the games I went to as a child, I'm eating that dirt too, Pop. I was head first sliding, and they tried to ban me from doing it. Well, you got a hook slide. I didn't like hook slide. I didn't like them cherries until I learned how to hook slide. But head first sliding just looks so damn good. It just, especially you going into second at home. Oh, I just want to put on my uniform right now. And yes, I still have a uniform. When I get really, really high and I'm in my feelings, I put on my softball uniform. Women put on their wedding gowns and eat ice cream. So, but yeah, man, we lost some good people the past few weeks here. John Amos, James Earl Jones, Chris Christopherson, Dikembe Mutombo, Pete Rose. It was, I mean, we know we all got to go. But they, as Ric Flair said, he was like, I was just taking photos with you yesterday, man. I think that's one of the things that when people say, you know, life is short, you never go appreciate your friends and your family when you're with them, because it can't happen that fast. And when it does happen, you get caught in that moment like, wow. You get to calling people, checking on people. I'm not talking about tweeting and texting and inboxing people. Hey, GM, WID. No. Actually, talk. That's why Monday was, I had a great day Monday. My youngest kid called me FaceTime. What? You done made Pop's day now. What? I'm on cloud 9. When your kids call you and if they don't want nothing, need nothing, nobody hurt, they just want to talk, beautiful. Like when I call my mom and dad, just have conversations. Make my day. By the way, shout out to my little sister. Fingers crossed for you, sis. In prayer, she's traveling to New York City. So if you see Dre Montez's sister in New York, you just say, hey, Dre Montez's sister. How we know she's supposed to look like? Figure it out. All right, kids, I think I've talked to you enough this afternoon. You guys get back to it. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing together if I'm doing it the right way. Don't forget, if you would like for me to bring the show out to your place of business for lunch, do a live show, contact me. If you would like to do some advertising on the show, contact me. The ball is in your court. But here's what we're going to do. Thank you again for tuning in to Certa Pro Painters, Oklahoma City. Let the professionals do the work, commercial and residential. Thank you for tuning in to Montez at midday, and we will see you tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you, Facebook, YouTube, X. We'll holler at you later. Peace.